Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, family. It is 5 minutes, 5 minutes past the hour on this ninth day of July. Working out Wednesday. Yours truly, Joe Dupree in the building, 100 BLK, the Black Station. It is hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live, your early morning wake up. And this day, I got to do this day a little different, y'all. This day is a special day. Very special day. Very special day for me. This is the first birthday. Let me go ahead and put them out there. I got to put them out there. First birthday of my grandson, Jordan Quest Lilly. And I'm going to just throw him up there real quick and embarrass the hell out of him because that's what grandfathers do. There he is, Jordan Quest Lilly. Happy birthday to the young prince. First birthday is today. Celebrating his birthday. I'm waiting for his mom to call where I can sing him happy birthday. I'm going to do it live on the podcast. That part. So good morning, good morning. It's time to get up, wake up, wake up. It's hump day. But as I always say, family, I ain't in this thing by myself. I ain't never by myself. Never alone am I. I always have somebody with me. And you know, I got the queen of pimping positivity herself. Yes, sir. You know her from her own digital magazine. And it's a publication that's going to be out there, hard copy coming soon. You also know her from In the Passenger Seat with Alethea. And if you didn't know, most of y'all caught her on J HUD when she did her thing. More to come. Bigger is coming. Greater is coming. Y'all put your hands together for the queen of pimping positivity herself, Miss Alethea Grimmans. Alethea, what's happening? Hold on, Alethea. Got all kind of craziness going on here. There we go. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yes,
Good morning.
good.
Ooh, it was a little rough this morning getting out that bed, but hey, I'm
Uh,
here.
talk to me, baby. Talk to me now. I ain't
No,
lying. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
I think I'm still in recovery. Like man,
Hey,
Essence took
hey,
it out
hey,
me.
let
Listen,
me, let me tell you, if you
Essence
ain't
took it
used
out
to
me.
it, if it ain't used to it, listen, let's just go ahead and let the cat out the bag. Damn near every night we wasn't getting back until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Man, look,
Baby,
and I can't roost like I used to. You,
that
you
part.
know, I can't roost like I used to.
I didn't hear a cock-a-doodle-doo nowhere. Hold up. Speaking of which, I see her. She's in the green room. I got somebody else to bring on in the green room, but I need him to move his camera up. We can't see his face. We need to move that camera up where we can put your face in the situation. There we go. But before we do, let me bring in the life strategist, the author, hey, the counselor, the spiritual conscious of everything I do. There she is. Sister Jax is in the building. Good morning, Sister Jax. You on that road, baby?
Yes, family. Yes, family. I am on the road. My son is getting sworn in today for some amazing work that he's done. So we are on the road to get there now. So we're excited about it. And look, I'm so proud of y'all. You guys look like y'all killed it at Essence Fest
Well, we
2025. So
appreciate
I'm
that you
so proud
jumped
of the
on the
team.
we appreciate that you jumped on, and next year it's even gonna be bigger and better because Sister Jax, we're gonna have the whole crew in the building.
That's right.
So I got a special surprise for both of y'all. I didn't even tell y'all about this because I'm always expanding, blessing, opening up the door. I always want big folks to come in. Everything I do is big. Everybody I deal with is big. If you see them today with me, tomorrow when you see them, they're gonna be bigger. That part, I'm telling you. Let me bring this brother in because he going to be a part of hashtag Truth Be Told / JD Live. He got his own podcast starting real soon. He down in Miami, Florida. Oh, watch out now. That means I got New Jersey. I got Tennessee. I got both of us here in Louisiana. And let's bring in some FLA in this thing. Oh, there he is. There he is, brother Bowtie himself in the building.
You got any Academy
Tyler,
shirt?
Tyler. I need that fedora and I need that bow tie. Both of them. Good
No problem.
morning, my brother. How you doing down there in the MIA, yo?
Man, all is well, man. Happy birthday to Jordan. Let's start that off. Turn up. Make him eat all the cake that he can possibly eat today.
Oh, that little 1-year-old ain't gonna remember a doggone thing.
Yeah,
I
he
think the
ain't. He
first
ain't. But let him go out with a banger. So the
he
memory's gonna
will.
be for
I
y'all.
first 4 or 5 birthdays are really for the parents. For the
Yeah.
parents, grandparents to lose their earthly mind. Because I don't remember 1, 2, 3, 4. I barely remember 5. I think the first 5 birthdays are strictly for the parents and the grandparents to lose their earthly mind and get all their memories together where they can hit you later on in life when you start smelling yourself and say,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you think you something? Look
Yeah, I
at
did
this.
this.
You
Yeah.
when you were 2.
Mhm.
That's how I believe that is. So welcome, man. Welcome. This brother spits positivity. He is Mr. Bowtie himself. If you go to www.the100blk, I have for the longest promoted his business. If you are brother out there, you need a bow tie. This is the man to see. It's Mr. Bowtie himself. So Bowtie, welcome to the early morning wake up. Myself, Jackson, Alethea. It is 11 minutes past the hour. I'm going to start where I left off yesterday because we didn't get a chance to get into it. Y'all got to pay attention. This big, beautiful bill is about to cause a lot of chaos and mass confusion in our communities. First of all, y'all ain't gonna feel it until after the midterm elections. So they setting y'all up for the okie doke. They done passed the bill that's gonna cause major chaos with Medicare, SNAP, Section 8, all type of social networks and businesses, all type of grant funding. But they done made it that it does not go into effect until after you vote in the new Congress. So the people who you voted in for your best interest, who didn't give a damn about you, because they didn't, went ahead and did what was in their best interest, their pockets interest, and the multimillionaires' interest, but they made it where it doesn't take effect until after y'all vote them back in. Y'all got to pay attention. Jax, I see you want to say something. Go on, Jax. Go on. Talk to me.
Yeah, and you know what they're talking about with Section 8, and I know a lot of people are on Section 8. It's like a generational thing, and they're talking about 2 years. 2 years. So it's going to truly impact a lot of homes and a lot of lives, because you have some people paying $25 in rent, paying maybe $1,000 in rent, but their rent is really $4,000. So it's truly going to impact so many people. So we need to go back to learn how to live as a family, a functioning, healthy family this time around, so that we can all survive and also thrive.
Listen, Jax, I'm going to say this. It's going to affect people that's on Medicaid. A lot of folks are going to lose their health insurance. Right now, I can be very honest with you. My meds have went up exponentially. I mean, for example, I have a Mounjaro. I'm on Mounjaro. I am a diabetic, have been a diabetic for years. Be exact, I am what they call a special type of diabetic. I am a diabetic that the diabetes affected my kidneys and brought on kidney disease. So, I'm at stage 3 kidney disease, full-blown diabetic, need my meds. My meds went from $25 a month to $64 a month. Now, all praise to the Most High. Thank you, God. It hurt my pockets a little, but I could still afford my medicine. There are folks out there that are not in that position. A swing from 0 to 25, because some folks were getting their meds for free. A swing from $0 to $25 now puts them in a position where they have to decide between medicine, rent, food on the table. Come on, family.
And
Come
you know
on,
what? They
family.
used to talk about elderly people having to eat cat food, right? When they couldn't afford to continue to, have their services to get real food. So now imagine what it's going to look like. So
Jax,
we
that's
definitely have to,
crazy.
yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Alethea, I know you have worked in the space of, and let's just talk about it. I'm going to come to you in a minute, Bowtie. But Alethea, I know you worked in the space of education. Just imagine some of these free lunch programs now. Now you're going to have these kids going to school, and everybody knows if you are hungry, you cannot think right. You cannot learn right. So talk to me about how you feel that may affect the youth that are in these Head Start programs. And some of these Head Start programs are going to come to end because the
Yes.
funding won't be there. Talk to me.
Yes, like I recently went there before they closed for the summertime, and a lot of the gr- gra- grantees have pulled out because they don't know what's coming. So they have pulled out of the Head Start programs. So now they're like all back under one um e- entity, and they don't really know if their jobs are safe
Right.
as of right now. They don't know what's going to happen the next school year. They don't know if they're going to have enough funds for, because now when you go there, you don't have to pay for diapers, wipes. This it we provide it, but moving forward, we don't know how that's going to look.
Mm,
We don't know if we're going to have the funding to actually do all that, and we know firsthand that this food program, sometimes that is the only meal that these children get, like the only
mm.
full meal that these children get. So if you take that from us, some of these children will not be able to have a full course meal.
Mm,
That's
mm.
And
right,
I'm
then
gonna tell you.
Leah. And you know what? When you take it to the next level, along with not having a full meal, now when meds are skyrocketing, what about some of
hmm,
those families who have children that need
yeah,
behavioral medicine for behavioral modification? Now they're
Mm.
yeah,
hungry as hell. Now they can't even get their meds. So now what? And now there's a shortage of teachers as well. So what
oh
happens
yes,
to the classroom at that point? So
So
what
listen.
happens then to the community at that point, and the
Oh,
crime
oh,
rates in
hold
some
on.
communities?
I'm glad you brought that up. Why say I bring in Brother Bowtie? Brother Bowtie, my friend, down in Miami. Now they're cutting all these social services.
Mm-hmm.
However, they have now gave ICE a bigger budget than the Russian army. I want to say that again. Right now, ICE is better funded than Vladimir Putin Russian army. And guess who gets affected by ICE? A lot of people down there where Brother Bowtie is at, they don't tell you, because most of the time when you see it on TV, yeah, they look Hispanic, but just tell them how they are right now in the Haitian communities
Yeah.
down there in Miami, scooping people up on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother Bowtie is in the building. Let me go ahead and introduce him properly.
Yeah, so not only in the Hispanic community, but as well as in the Haitian community. And what a lot of people don't know, in Miami, we also have a big majority of Jamaicans, Bahamians. So every community has been affected. And most people don't know this, but Miami is pretty much like 70% ran by immigrants. Like literally. So everybody dealing with the issues, but there's a bigger issue that we're not paying attention to with this big, beautiful bill as well. So there's a lot of funding being cut out of a lot of programs or a lot of organization or grants that used to help out small black businesses or big black businesses. It's also has a they provided more funding to mass incarceration as well though. So
Mm,
I think we need to like one put our people in power, but it's time for us to step back on how we approach politics this time. So this time, we're not voting because Brother Bowtie is more popular. No, we're going to vote for Sister Alethea, Sister Jax, because they've been on the ground. They've been doing the grassroots work. Let's put the right person in position because it's time for us to stop putting people because they look like us in position. Because
right.
if you said all skin folks ain't kin folks, but
Hey, Keanu, hold on. Hold on. So look, I have my daughter on the line right now. Now, I'm gonna play my daughter. Hey, honey, is Jordan awake? Y'all getting ready?
Sure is.
Okay. Now, since my daughter is on the line, I have got you live on my podcast. So you're live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all other platforms. And I normally would never
I hear
embarrass.
that.
I would not. I would not embarrass my daughter. I started a tradition long time ago with my daughter because we used to love Madagascar. So I would wake her up on her birthday and I would say, "Happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You don't look like a monkey, and I hope you don't smell like one too." And that's how we would do. So she said I had to start my own new tradition with my grandson. So put Jordan, let Jordan put him on loudspeaker. Hey Jordan, happy birthday to you, man. I know you're there, little prince. I know you can't say nothing because you really ain't talking. I get you. I get you. I ain't mad at you. If anybody, so let me put Jordan up here. That's my grandson right there. I just saw him a few weeks ago. He was in the car trying to drive his papa all over the place. I am Papa Joe. I am Papa Joe. I ain't got no problem being Papa Joe. So Jordan, I'm not going to sing happy birthday to you, but every birthday that you make it and that I'm still here to make it with you, I'm going to call and say these words to you. You are great. You are blessed. You are wonderful. And you, sir, own this world. Go out and manifest what your grandfather told you to do. Happy birthday, little prince. Happy birthday,
Jordan.
Happy birthday.
Look, everybody saying happy birthday to him. Yeah, I feel happy birthday. Listen, send me that information I needed. Be exact, give it to me. I'm gonna put it out there where everybody goes. I need everybody send my grandson something. If it's $1, I don't care what it is. Y'all send my grandson something. I'm gonna tell y'all how to send it. I love you. I love you, my daughter. That's my daughter, Keanu Sade. And I love you, Jordan. So look, y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Don't work too hard. Love you, Jordan. All right.
I love you.
That part.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. I'm in there like swimwear. I told you. I'm going to do it just like it need to be done. Okay, back to the situation and the subject at hand.
Yeah.
You know, family, that's why I do what I do. We've got to make it better for the next generation. And too many of us, we too caught up with me, myself, and I. We really don't care about nobody but me, myself, and I. That's why I open up this mic every morning, because I want him to have a better life than I had. That's why we talk about health and wellness. That's why we talk about education. That's why we talk about economics, because if you don't talk about it and begin to pour into the future generations, they can't go where they don't know. They can't have what you ain't told them is out there and available for them. And too many times we don't communicate that to our little ones. We just don't. We don't transfer. What we transfer to future generation is poverty, us killing one another, and a bunch of issues. And we got to stop that. We've got to start having conversation that gives elevation, motivation, and information, that they can have something better than what we have. That's why half of you brothers out there that's married to your wife, if you ain't got life insurance, I'm going to say it to your face. I don't really think you love her, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. I'm going to bury one of my, and Brother Bowtie know this, I'm going to Chicago tomorrow to bury one of my best friends that I never expected to get that call. Bowtie had a list of raggedy folks I knew Jesus was going to take home, that God was going to call home before they called that good brother home. I had a whole list. Oh, I'll be at this funeral before I be at that funeral.
Yeah.
And stop that. You ain't God. You don't know when God going to call somebody home. That's why I told somebody yesterday, y'all keep on betting on the one thing that you have no control over, time. Tomorrow is not promised to no man. All you got, or woman, all you got is right here, right now. That part. Anybody, Alethea, talk to me, baby.
Yeah.
Talk to me now. Talk to me.
You are right, because like I said, every day since my brother passed, I realize now more than ever that I have to live for the now. I can't put off till tomorrow what I can do today, because I don't know if I'm gonna get a tomorrow. So everything that I want to do, I need to live my life to the fullest right now. People say you only live once. No, you live every day.
Come on.
You live every day. You don't only live once. You live every single day. So make the most out of your life every single day. Don't put off, oh well, I'm gonna do this next week, next month. You might not get that. You might not get that next week, next month. And the people in your life that you love, let them know that you love them right now, because you may not get that opportunity to give them their flowers later on. So give them their flowers right now.
You are so racist. And that's why also, even as parents, grandparents, caregivers, we have to help prepare our children to learn how to live in our absence. So that's why it's so important for us to teach them about, on whatever level you can, whatever age they're at, about financial literacy, about spirituality, about believing in a higher power, about working hard and having some core values. Because quite often we're raising these kids and they get up to be teenagers and we're not really always instilling in them what we need to instill in them. We'll want to buy them the sneakers and the clothes and the games and the phones. But guess what? How is that really going to help them in your absence? So we have to teach our children to live beyond us, our grandchildren to live beyond us, and to be great, just like Papa Joe is instilling in Baby Quest. So we really have to do better as a people to prepare our children for the future.
Look, I'm gonna say this, and as a man, and I'm gonna bring Brother Bowtie in here. Us men got to do better.
Yeah.
I just point blank. Everything is orientated. Look, I just left the Essence Music Festival of Culture. I had 4 days of nothing but stuff that was to inspire. Now, it did inspire men also. They had a men's section, but it was a very small section. But everything was really geared around women. And guess what? You ain't gonna be here if it ain't for a man. The man came first, then came the woman. I hate to get biblical on y'all because y'all gonna be like, what are you saying? I'm saying it's true. If you ask what was first, was the chicken or the egg? Well, the word tells you straight up before woman even showed up. The woman wasn't here for a minute. It was nothing but man. Woman came out of man. So without a man, there is no woman. So we got to start understanding that we are one half of the greatest creation ever brought to this planet, the black man and the black woman. Why are we fighting each other? Why are we against each other? Why are we always trying to bring each other down? Oh, yeah, I got to get on the soapbox for a few minutes because the greatest, I am one half of the greatest thing ever created in the universe by the Most High, given a choice. And I tell y'all got to start choosing better because we ain't choosing right. So somehow or another, we got to wake up. And so, Brother Bowtie, I know he does a lot of talking to men and motivating men, but us men got to do better. And we got to understand we're kings. And stop acting like
I totally agree. I totally agree with you, Joe. We have to find a way to come together and we have to find a way to do better as men. But I think overall, there has been a great separation in our community that was done by the government and other issues as well. But oftentimes I see what some of our issues is, and it's not blaming women or men. But there's a lot of women empowerment conventions and conference and stuff goes on, but we don't do that on the men's side. Now, I'm not hating on the women, and I don't need the men to do that. But something that we don't do in our community is that we don't have family empowerment conference or conventions or things like that. So I think the the family dynamic is way better than a woman empowerment or the man empowerment because I believe we're separating each other even more. And now we're dealing with times and crises where we need both people. We need a parental coalition where there's a father and a mother because right now we're at war against, no disrespecting anyone. We're at war against the same-sex marriage. We're at war against the other race people adopting our kids, taking them to different countries. We're at war against people telling our kids that they're not and what they is not. I just seen an article that what's the lady from Going to 62nd? Angelina Jolie. You know her and what's his name? The actor she was married to, they adopted a black girl.
Brad Pitt, right?
She's not now she's saying she's not black. So this is what we're at war against. So I think we have to go back to the drawing board and say, okay, we done did it. We done did woman empowerment and robbed us of a man. All right, the man need to say, okay, we done tried to be a whore. We done tried to spread our royal oaks to each and everybody. Done robbed us of a family. Done robbed us of a woman. So let's come back and try to figure out how we can build our family, pass down generational wealth, pass down business information. As you said, I remember when I was little, Joe, my grandmother had 16 kids and 112 grandkids. Don't ask me what we do in our family. Just know that we like to hunch. But sometimes we used to
just
play
know that
duck, duck.
y'all are really y'all owed it. Y'all are fruitful. Y'all took that word and ran with it. We're gonna be fruitful and multiply.
But when I was little, we used to play duck, duck, goose a lot. And every now and then, grandma used to be like a how can I say? She used to do a cameo. So we'll sit around and think we're gonna play duck, duck, goose, and grandma pull a chair in. and we wouldn't play Duck Duck Goose. It was her time to spread down knowledge. You know, she taught us about garden. She taught us about family history, some other family problem, who to trust, who not to trust, what to do if this goes on. So I don't know. Well, I know you pay attention to me a lot, Joe. Even though I dress nice, you see that I love to hunt and I love to fish. I
Yes,
got a
sir.
green thumb and stuff like that. And that comes from grandma and grandpa. But I taught my kids, but I know for sure most of my cousins my age, their kids wouldn't know how to survive if there was a national disaster. They don't know how to hunt, they don't know how to fish because some people not passing it down. And then it make it even worse that there's no parenting, there's no father to teach it because the father probably incarcerated or he went on the other side or he's on the run or he's just out there doing his stuff and he just don't care about his kids. And there's some mothers who's not doing a good job as well. But some way, somehow, we need to come together and say, okay, we need to stop this. We need to have a family conference. We need to have a family convention and we need to build our family. Not only build our family, stay together, but build economics. You know, like we're on the Joe podcast. So this better be turned over to Jordan in the next 15 to 16 years. I better be able to go to the Essen Festival and walk around in the cane and be interviewed by Jordan, you know, and not be interviewed by somebody else, you know. So we have to figure out how we can pass down our own generational knowledge, wealth, ideas, things that we want to do. Something that I think might be a nice movement soon. I'm noticing that a lot of young black kids who are becoming millionaires, they're going back to buy the plantation that their family was slaves on. I think that would be a dope idea for a family to do as a whole, you know. But I think a lot of people that's doing it now are just a young lady who went and did it. She found out that who owned her family, so she got rich and she brought it. But I think us as a whole, as a family, could do it. I think that's our goal and our solution.
That's what I'm talking about. It is 2 minutes. 2 minutes
110%
past the 30. Hold on, before I bring you in, Jax. 2 minutes past the 30, because look, you hit everything that Jax and her husband do on a regular. So I know Jax was getting ready to get in. But before I get Jax in, I'm just gonna make the introduction. Then I'm gonna back out and let Jax say what she need to say. Y'all get ready. This is the Swami of sports talk. He is the most honorable, prophesied one to come in and give you something that, because I done missed it a couple of times. Elijah done told me, you about to miss it, dog. So look, he got an eye on sports. Y'all give it up for my man Elijah Nixon one time. Elijah, good morning, my brother.
No, I don't know if I'm as good as Bowtie, brother, man. Brother Bowtie. He was speaking some things in there. I don't know how to hunt, and I don't know how to fish.
You better get on it.
But I know how to talk some sports, though. I know how to talk some sports, though. You know.
Hold tight. Before we get into sports, Jax, go ahead and say what you wanted to say, because I don't want you to lose your thought, because it was deep what Brother Bowtie just said. So go ahead, Jax.
Yes. No, I appreciate what you said, Brother Bowtie. 110%. It's all about the family and building that strong black family and the strong families, period, and that legacy. And I just want to give a big shout out real quick to a brother. I guess he's in Lafayette, Louisiana. I want to give a big ups to Brother Eddie Bonnet, because one of my students that was on our show, #told, one of my art therapy students who was facing 30 years in prison, Brother A+, we call him. He went out there from the day of the show when he was on. Eddie Bonnet said, you know what, I'm going to sow into this young man's life. So he sowed into this young man's life. Over the weekend, the young man went out to Louisiana to be with him and his family for a few days, and he absolutely loved it. And for him to be a young boy from North facing 30 years in prison, was able to go out and connect with brother Eddie, and Eddie did a phenomenal job. He, his wife, his children, that my student felt like he was part of their family, and it made an immense impact on his life. So big ups to you, Eddie. We appreciate you. We love you. And Brother A+, and Joe, thank you for giving a platform for A+ to get on to talk about what was going on in his life. So big ups to Joe, big ups to A+, and big ups to family.
Hey, I didn't get a chance to see my brother, but I told him I'd see him because I was down in New Orleans. But you know, that's what we got to do. I never knew this young man, but this young man could have been my son, my grandson. And sometimes that's how we've got to operate. We've got to operate as if children that are not our children are our children. And that's what we don't do enough of these days. So with that being said, it is time, 35 minutes after the hour. What we got going on in sports, Elijah? What? Oh, wait a minute. I know what I got going on. No, I'm getting ready to add another date and another ring. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Oh, thank you, Bowtie. Thank you. Hey, I want you to personally go down to the Miami Stadium and shake hands and tell them I said, thank you. We need come here. I needed them. Come here.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to get into the college world. I know that
Come on.
media days are coming back for all
Yeah, they
college, SEC, Big Ten, and it's going to be the first time Nico Iamaleava, and this is for everyone, Nico Iamaleava will be discussing why he transferred from the University of Tennessee, or possibly answering questions of why he transferred from the University of Tennessee. And the backstory of all of this is, NIL has been the control of college football as of late.
Money.
He had a pretty decent season. Not throwing for over he didn't throw for over 20 touchdowns. I think he threw like 16, and he threw for like 12 interceptions. But here it is. The guy has actually asked for $4 million a year. Now,
how much?
$4 million a year. Tennessee
in college.
What?
Wait a minute. What is his classification in college? He a junior, sophomore?
A red shirt, junior.
And he asking for how much?
$4 million a year.
I ain't mad at him. Shoot. Get your money, get your coins. Keep talking.
Last year was his first year of him starting, but the thing how he handled it, this is how he handled it. Instead of just he went to practice, he did everything, but instead of just trying to negotiate with the coaches, he just one day decided before the spring game, I'm not showing up. I didn't show up to.
That's not good. How he did it wasn't good. Listen, I ain't mad at what he did, because guess what? A lot of folks don't know what your body goes through to be a collegiate or a professional athlete. And even though we say, man, they get paid a lot, understand this: you only got one body. This temporary housing is the only temporary housing you got. And when your soul leaves this temporary housing, this is all you got. So if you get broke up, bent up, anything, listen, if you ain't got the money to fix yourself, you gonna be
out of luck
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And then think about some of them hits they take into the head. They might be having some situations that is just irreversible. You don't see it now, but later on in life, in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, should the Lord bless them to live that long, they talking to you like this. Yeah, man, their hands steadily just doing this all the time because something's wrong. I don't appreciate how the young man treated the University of Tennessee in his actions of not going and saying the following. Listen, y'all. Either y'all find an NIL to match this or be greater than this, or I'm gone. Just be a man. See, we can't be a man, Elijah, because a lot of us ain't seen a man. See, to me, what that brother did, and if I was there in Tennessee, I'd look him in his face. You just did what a lot of women do. You made a permanent decision off your emotions.
Temporary emotions.
Thank you, Bowtie, from your temporary emotions. What you did, you wasn't a real man. A real man would have walked in there and say, I'm worth every penny of this $4 million. Where y'all money at?
But from my understanding, Joe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Elijah, I think college players don't have agents to represent them. So it's a known thing in the NFL, for like players who not agreeing on a contract, they don't show up to OTAs or they don't show up to practice, and that's their way of trying to force the team to negotiate with the contract. So the college players, I think if they don't have an agent, that's their way of saying, okay, give me my money or I'm gone, and oftentimes from what I'm seeing with the NIL deal, which I'm not a big fan of it, from what I'm seeing is there's a lot of teams that's looking for talent because their talent went somewhere else. Like, say, for instance, like Travis Hunt. I just use Travis Hunter because he just left. But if Deion would have never gave him $3.2 million a year, you best believe Miami would have gave him about $5 or $6 million. They were just waiting on him to say, okay, who's going to give me some money? So
right.
I don't agree with what he did, because I really think NIL deal is like actually destroying the whole sport of college football, But I do think that the players should get paid, but I think they should get paid some way, somehow within the school, within the scholarship. Okay, you come to play football for our school. Okay, we're going to give you $220,000 a year. and we're going to control your paraphernalia. So we'll be able to sell your jersey, make money off your jersey, use your likeness and stuff like that. But I think when you put the ball in their hands and what's going on now, the ball is in the players' hands, so they can go somewhere. I think the quarterback for UM, I'm not a fan of UM, I'm a Gator, but the quarterback for UM, I think he got a $12 million deal for like 2 years, something like that, and he's going next year. If he do good this year, he's not coming back to Miami next year.
That's true. But the thing is, this is what they're rumbling behind the scenes. So Nico his dad was asking for it. They didn't say that he really came out of his mouth and was like, hey, he wanted it, but they said that his dad was asking for it. His dad wanted the money, and he wanted to negotiate that term, and he think that was the way to go. I don't think Nico really had a problem with the program because, again, he was showing up to practice besides that one day where he decided not to go and not to whatever. They said his dad was asking for the money, and that's how it went. Now, with that being said, him going, he transferred to UCLA, he took less money than what he was asking for, way less money if you including the taxes and everything, but he took less money than what he was actually making at Tennessee, and he took that, and now his brother transferred over there as well, so they both got the NIL money to both what they was trying to get at Tennessee, they try to get at UCLA. But with that being said, it's your dad.
Hold on. Stop. I need you to put brakes on this thing. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. You said something that we cannot skip over. And I'm getting ready to bring the ladies back. I took the ladies out for sports this time for a reason. He went to UCLA. Check. But he went to UCLA and got a smaller deal than he had from the place he left from, the University of Tennessee. Is that what you just said?
That's what I just said.
Okay, stop. And his brother left too. Okay. Family, I want y'all to catch what Brother Elijah just said, because that's what we got to stop doing. We got to start understanding how to work business. It's nothing wrong with staying where you at with egg on your face for more money than to go somewhere else and start anew for less money. See, our problem is we get caught up in our feelings. See, that's why we be losing as a people. If you watch the Donald Trumps, if you watch the Elon Musk, if you watch the Steve Jobs, if you watch the Bezos, if you watch, I forgot the other real rich dude's name. Listen, if you watch them folks will lose to stay and continue to win. We just lost Bowtie, but he'll be back. They will lose to win. There's no way I'm leaving the University of Tennessee to go to UCLA. Who, tell me the last time UCLA won a national championship, Elijah? I'll wait.
Even if they won one.
I'll wait. Tell me the last time the University of California at Los Angeles, tell me the last time they won a national championship. You can't. But I can tell you the last time Tennessee won a national championship. So you left the place, and forget the championship, forget the ring. You left family. If this ain't most of us right there, leaving sugar for, I ain't gonna call it, for poo-poo. Leaving sugar for,
well, it's gonna be worse.
More money
I
for less money.
I don't even think they factor in how much taxes they gonna pay in California.
In California.
Yeah.
Hold it. You lost big time. Hold up. Because the taxes in Tennessee ain't nothing like the taxes in California. No. The cost of living in Tennessee ain't nothing like the cost of living in California.
Mm-hmm.
Man, let me bring the women back in. I'm sorry. I didn't had Alethea down in the background too long. Hey, Alethea.
Hey.
You know, Alethea gonna get Alethea, like y'all just forgot about us. Hold on. We got 1 minute left in sports. We ain't even gonna go there. Listen, if anybody learned a lesson, hey, I'm gonna let you close out, Elijah. I'll bring you back tomorrow. We'll really get into it. I told you, me, you, and Bowtie probably gonna do our own show. Listen, if y'all learn anything today, do not leave. Do not leave good for worse. Hold it. How you even gonna justify that? If you go to UCLA and you don't win a championship, people gonna look at you and say you boo-boo the fool.
Brother, this is my thing. This is my thing, and oftentimes we do that too. Well, if it and and it don't be having nothing to do with us. Well, if like he leave, I'm gonna leave too. So both of y'all gonna be looking stupid. So both of y'all gonna be broke. So both of y'all gonna be looking that, and that happens so much, and oftentimes it does not have anything to do with us like we do it on on the strength, on the strength. Stop that. Stop
Mm.
that. Like we should have our own minds and make our own. You can go, but as far as for me, I'm gonna get this money. Like you can leave. I'm I'm
Mm.
I'm 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 sorry that
Mm.
happened to you, but I'm gonna stay right here.
I'm gonna get this money. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get this money. All right, brother Elijah, close me out, man. I'm sorry. I just had to get in there and stop you for one. Save what you got for the rest of the day. We'll put that in tomorrow. But close me out, man. Tell me about the Fitz take and what y'all got coming up, man.
Yes, sir. We got interviews coming up this week. We got a couple of podcast episodes going to drop this week as well. Can't wait for that. But nothing much. We still on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, listening, or you have visual platforms. We have it. Just stay tuned, man. We got a lot of stuff going on, but this week is going to be some good stuff as we drop some more things. So I can't wait for that one to drop it, for some of these episodes to drop it. That's
That
really
part.
it. But
My man.
before I go, Alethea, I know that we talked about Jill Scott. You got to see her?
No, we did not get to interview her, but she put on a phenomenal
Oh, we
show.
got to see her perform.
Oh, so let's say, so when you seen her perform, you ain't see me grab her hand and get off stage after?
Now listen.
But I did see Coach Dawn Thornton, and she has been in the
Don Staley was
media
there.
because of how this is the head coach of AAMU, and she has been going viral for her fashions on the sidelines. And she did not disappoint for Essence. She did not disappoint. She came through with a custom suit. And baby, Dawn did her thing. And I think that she is one of the only head coaches that dresses like that at game, like that. And she has made a name for herself because she's put fashion into sports. And I think that is an amazing thing for a beautiful Black woman. And she is fine as hell. Elijah, oh my God.
Well, at the end of the day, just because you're a basketball coach or a basketball player, or just because you do something that's not quote unquote considered to be womanly, doesn't mean you ain't still 100% all woman. And us brothers love looking at a good woman just like y'all love looking at a good man. Period. I said what I said. Look at the Elijah cheesing from side to side. Look at
Notifications is on. Notifications is on.
Come on now. Come on. That part right there, family. My man Elijah Nixon, he'll be back tomorrow. Turn up Thursday, turn down for what? Y'all be good. We'll holler at you later. So back to the subject at hand. Jax had to step away. It is yours truly. Now bringing into the picture, brother Bowtie, sister Alethea, we in the building. It is 12 minutes to the top of the hour. This is your 1 hour of power in the morning, getting you up, getting you motivated, getting you awake. Two things from today's show on Work It Out Wednesday that just blew in off the whim. First of all, be careful who you put in office, because folk will tell you one thing and go in and do completely the opposite. Number two, don't leave sugar for poo-poo. Don't leave. Sometimes you got to look there and say, before I even, hold it. Better yet, let me get a little deeper on y'all. Weigh the cost of a thing before you do a thing. Before you make a move, because guess what? The grass might look greener on the other side, but ain't nobody told you what they had to do to maintain that grass or make that grass look that green. And you might not have, the capabilities, you might not have the resources, or you might not be in the space to make that grass continue to look as good as it looked to you when you saw it. Because when you get on the other side, you come to find out, man, there's a lot. Hold it. Like Alethea told me very calmly at Essence, I didn't know you do all this. Mm-hmm. We make it look easy.
By
See,
the
look
way,
at
I
these
was
t-shirts.
jealous.
Well, why are you jealous? You know you.
Man, I couldn't stop looking at your pictures.
Hey, come on down. We gonna listen. We all next year. We gonna have the hashtag Truth Be Told JD Live reunion at Essence. We be
Yeah,
exact.
I think I'm gonna be there next year. I might not make it to everything because, man, that New Orleans food got a weakness on my heart. Oh
Hey,
my God.
me and Brother Bowtie was down in New Orleans. We're frat brothers. So let folk might be like, well, wait a minute, Bowtie, that's my frat brother. We frat brothers. But we were down in New Orleans and we went in. And let me tell you something else about Brother Bowtie. If you are a cigar aficionado, don't nobody know cigars like this man right here. So I'm putting them out there. Y'all go right now to my website, www.dthe100blk. You'll see a bow tie. You'll see a Mr. Bowtie logo. Click on that and find out everything that's going on in his world. It is 9 minutes to the top of the hour. Alethea, we still in recovery mode. I see it in your face, and I know you see it in mine.
We are, but I'm so glad that you mentioned food because there is a food critic,
Come on.
a very popular one, and we have been saying this for the longest time, and I'm so glad that he has said it himself, because this has been a constant back and forth forever. But I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it with my chest. Okay,
Say it.
Lafayette food 337 food is better than 225 and 504. Like when it comes to food, 337 is dominating. And this man, Mr. Chime Time, he came out, he went to New Orleans, spit food out. He went to Baton Rouge, spit food out. Then he went to New Iberia, Breaux Bridge, Lafayette. That man said, look, I'm about to tap out because this food is so good. Of course.
Hold on. Let me say something to folks out there. Now,
Can
to
I
the
add
whole
another
world.
Can I add another city from Louisiana?
Come on.
Yeah.
That's better than New Orleans.
Come
Lake
on.
Charles.
Oh yeah. Brother Bowtie. Let me say this, and you know this because you traveled here. A lot of folks, when they think about, it's just like this. When you think about Florida, you really only think about one city. That's Miami. A lot of folks don't know there's a lot of Florida outside of Miami. There's a lot of Louisiana outside of New Orleans. And let me tell you something. The real Louisiana, the alligator on the bayou, Bobby Boucher, Louisiana, is right here. Is right here. When I got here, because when I first got here, I wasn't really in Louisiana. Now, forgive me, Grambling State. I love you. Y'all my people. It's where everybody's somebody. But I was in an extension of Texas, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Northern Louisiana is an extension. That's why they call it the Arklamis. Because it is an extension, or the Arklatex, whatever they call it. It is an extension of all these places. When I first got down here to Lafayette, and that's after being in Baton Rouge for years, I said, this is Louisiana that I read about in the books. This is the Princess and the Frog right here. Now, mind you, most folks get the nostalgia of Louisiana from Bourbon Street, Anne Rice, Interview with a Vampire, those cemeteries they have down in New Orleans, and the culture of voodoo and mysticism in New Orleans that was brought over by most of the Haitians and the immigrants that come from those areas of the Caribbean as they merged into the culture here, which in the beginning was slavery. That's what it was. Because a lot of y'all don't know, this voodoo didn't start in the Caribbean. This voodoo started in Africa.
Yeah.
So let's get that facts right. And let me tell you something. Voodoo ain't what you all think it is. Once again, we've been inundated by a religion that is not our own just to make us subservient. So means of control.
Yeah.
It's the truth, but it was used as a means of control. So sometimes you gotta look at the facts. Now, any pastor that wants to inbox me talking about blasphemy, come on. Don't inbox me. Get your face on this space and say what you got to say, because you're not gonna throw rocks in my inbox and not come on here. So this, which is truth, was used as control. So understand, and this once again is a story that was retold, rewrote, re-put together in a form that the language that of the non-melanated folks knew the power in these words. We ain't even gonna go there today. 5 minutes to the top of the hour. Hashtag truth be told, JD Live. Welcoming Mr. Bowtie into the building, y'all. He gonna be with us every morning. He can be with us. Sister Alethea, the CEO of Pimpin' Positivity, Sister Jax, Elijah, Sean P with the Sean P Experience. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start off with you, Brother Bowtie. Give me some closing words. We getting ready to get up out of here. I'm gonna reach out to you as soon as I get off this podcast. So blessed to see your face in the place, man. Give us some closing words and let's get up out of here.
Got you. What it is, what it ain't, and what we gonna do about it. But let's work on it and let's do something about it. That's it.
My boy, my man. That was. Hey, I like that one. Say that one more again. Somebody missed that in the
What
back.
it is, what it ain't, what we gonna do about it. Let's work on it and do something about it.
That part, Sister Alethea, the CEO of Pimpin' Positivity. Give it up to me. Give me some closing words, darling.
As always, let your today be better than your yesterday. Be great today, because you might not get a tomorrow. Okay, so go out there, be great in their face today, and have a good day on purpose. You're welcome.
That part. It is 4 minutes to the top of the hour, family. Hashtag truth be told on the behalf of Alethea Crimmins, Brother Bowtie, Sister Jax, Elijah Nixon with sports, my man Sean P with the Sean P Experience. I am your man, Joe Dupree, in the building. And here's what I got to say with 3 minutes left on the clock. First of all, Alethea always says it her way. I say it mine. Be better today. Evaluate how you can be better today than you were yesterday. And do something today. Somewhere, somehow, to someone that there's no earthly way that they could pay you back, even if they wanted to. And you always have to remember this. I have a simple saying. I put it on all my quotes at the end of whatever I post on Facebook. There's some things you got to remember. You got to wake up in the morning and say, today, Lord God, allow me to help who I can help. Allow me to fix what I can fix. Those I can't help and things I can't fix, everything else I need to let go and let God. Because my simple saying, and I did not get it from John Wick, because you got to understand where John Wick got it from. But if you were like my frat brother, Brother Bowtie, and a traveling man, you would understand. For I am here to serve and to be of service. For nothing nor nobody, including self, is bigger than the table. That part. Y'all be blessed, and remember this. There is no secret, absolutely no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. But when God is with you, nothing or nobody can stand against you. Y'all be blessed. Have a great Work It Out Wednesday. We made it through half of the week. It's Turn Up Thursday tomorrow. Then it's Freedom and Fun Friday. We up out of here. If the Lord say the same and we see those days, that means we got work to do. Y'all have a good one. Peace.